What's poppin'? It's your boy, the boy, Henry Heck, back at it again with another video. So the Sony CEO has come forth. This news has come forth for whatever reason right now, where they are planning to focus on PC, which we've known, mobile, which we've known, cloud, which we've known, and now amidst Xbox's plans to push further into publisher role, putting games on more platforms that they once considered to be rival consoles. You know, this stuff coming up. Stuff coming up saying PlayStation is going third party. We know why this is coming up. 2-3 months ago, we didn't hear anything about PlayStation going third party. Years ago, when we heard they was pushing toward PC, mobile, and cloud, we didn't hear they was going third party. But all of a sudden, since Microsoft head, Xbox head, have said that they are no longer looking at Nintendo as competition, looking at PlayStation as competition. Goddamn, Sachi said he would do away with exclusives if he could. He don't like them. More games, more places. That's what they continue to say. More games, more places. Folks thought they just mean. See, they thought he meant what the Sony CEO actually said. The Sony CEO was explicit. They tried to twist it all anywhere they're computing, like as if he didn't qualify what he meant. He qualified. PC, mobile, cloud. PlayStation still gonna remain the main focus. The system gonna remain the main focus. Okay? You didn't get that kind of literature from Phil Spencer. You didn't get that kind of literature from Satya Nadella. They didn't use none of that vocabulary. They didn't utilize any of the vocabulary that the Sony CEO utilized. They trying to increase the ecosystem, broaden the reach, broaden that reach. Whereas, like they said over there on Xbox, we can beat that. Now we can be a good publisher. They use the words. They use the vocabulary. It's in the literature. The CFO said, they try to twist all that too. They try to twist all that. Oh, they just mean Call of Duty. Anytime they say something about putting some other games somewhere else, or not looking at Nintendo or PlayStation as rivals, it's always some other reason. It's always some other reason aside from what they say. Excuse me. But then you get exact words. They trying to make that seem like it's something else, other than what he said. That's what they like to do. They'll hear the words, but then throw their own interpretation on it. Then they'll spin that out. They'll highlight certain quotes, cut off this part of the quote. We just gonna post this quote. We're not gonna post the article. No, we ain't gonna put a link. We're gonna cut out this part and this part, and we're gonna present to you this part. They like to take stuff out of context, man. I noticed that. They love to take stuff out of context. Ooh, it's incredible. Even recently, with the Power World stuff. Power World been killing it. Talking about, it ain't never coming to PlayStation. Ain't never. Man didn't say that. Man didn't say that. And he had to go back and re-clarify what he actually said. And in that, it didn't say nowhere that it would never happen. It didn't say nowhere they had no plans of putting it there. What he just said was, this is where it's at right now. Pretty much, this is where it's at right now. It's available here, which is true. But instead of them saying that, they like to throw seasonings on there. They like to put a little Lawry's on there. Add stuff that individuals ain't even say. Which don't make no sense to me. You're lying to the folk. Stop lying to the folk, man. Be honest with the folk. If you want to ask you some questions, or could this mean? Do that. Do a could this mean instead of That third party, they going PlayStation going third party. If that's the case, PlayStation been third party. If that's the case, why did you need Xbox to come forth and make certain statements before you decided you wanted to say that PlayStation going third party? That's what I want to know. Because once we got all that news about Xbox, now all of a sudden, Spider-Man going to Xbox. Now all of a sudden, God of War going to Xbox. Why wasn't God of War going to Xbox last December? Why Spider-Man 2 wasn't going to Xbox last November? Why all this news is just not popping up if that's the case? It's an old talk. I don't want to sound confused, but I ain't confused. I already know what it is. This how they do. Every time some bad news come out, they get to spin. They ain't spin class. They spin. Or they're over there making pottery. They got the little wheel spinning. You got to use your foot and spin and shape it to however you want it to look. You got to shape the clay to however you want it to look as it spin. That's what they do. It's their pleasure. It's their pleasure. It's crazy to me. It's crazy. And I don't... See, this is why they're in the situation they're in. This is why. They always trying to misshape this or misinterpret that or put the blame here, put the blame over there. Oh, PlayStation this, PlayStation that. Man, you need to be worrying about Xbox. Well, too late now. It should have been doing. Should have been worrying about Xbox. Should have been worried about my Xbox. Now your best bet is just PC. PC that job. Because you're already there and it's going to perform better over there. You're going to have more features. You're going to have more features over there. You might as well. You might as well. If your Xbox game, you're a PC game. And that's y'all fault. That's your own fault. Y'all did TCL. Game Pass. Is it going to be day one on Game? It shouldn't matter if it's day one on Game Pass. If you interested in the game, it shouldn't matter. If it's on there, oh, okay, it's on there. But you got developers coming to Xbox. Is it going to be day one on Game Pass? Man, I wouldn't even respond to none of that. I won't respond to none of it. I just told you it's going to be on Xbox. What more you want? What more do you want from me? Shout out Tyree. What more do you want from me? It's on your system. It's on your system. Is it gonna be on Game Pass? Goodness gracious. Game Pass done. Hey man. And ain't nothing I can say about that. It ain't nothing I can say. You know, I just wanted to touch on this situation because I was seeing folks try to twist and rumor mill it up, adding seasoning, salt, and misinterpreting and misdirecting, misrepresenting. Goodness gracious, bro. You got folk out here getting community noted over some for lying. You ain't got to lie. You ain't got to lie, Craig. You ain't got to. Goodness gracious. That's all I got for you right now, man. I just want to touch on that real quick, real fast. Catch y'all in the next.